everyone, Lucas here. So, it's been a few months. I guess it's time to get you all caught up. When you last heard from us, Mia and I had been kidnapped by a crazy cult that worshipped a giant shark. We made our escape, and Mia summoned a giant octopus to fight the aforementioned shark, which was awesome. I got my ass beat with a crowbar, which was much less awesome. And then the literal Men in Black showed up, saved us from the cult, and introduced us to their mysterious organization. It was kind of a lot. I'm almost surprised we made it out in one piece. Now, since then, I've been doing, well, a whole lot of nothing. Turns out broken ribs hurt like hell. So, I haven't moved much. Got in a lot of Netflix. Finally watched Stranger Things. Good stuff. Anyway, I'm not quite back at 100% yet, but I'm doing a lot better than I was. And in a few more weeks, I should be good as new. Now, Mia, on the other hand, well, turns out she's been very busy.
Alright, get 3 random objects. Anything.
Okay. So I got a remote control, a pencil sharpener, and a book.
Perfect. Now set them over there, about a foot apart.
Like this?
Yeah. Now pick one.
What?
Just choose one and tell me which.
Oh, okay. How about the pencil sharpener?
Okay. You ready, Fritz?
No way! Did you really tell her which one to go to?
Yeah, I guess you could say I've been training. Quentin may have been a scumbag, but his powers were way more advanced than mine.
So now you can, talk to Fritz?
Yeah. Well, sort of. It's not exactly the same as talking, and it's not like Fritz would understand English anyway. At least no more than any other pet. But no, it's more like pictures and feelings. More abstract. Instead of sensing emotions, I'm projecting them out. Kind of like when we found Sasquatch and the Dewey Lake monster.
What's the emotion of a pencil sharpener?
Well, think about it. You've got the word pencil sharpener, and that means something to you. But then you've also got what it looks like, the sound and the motion of sharpening a pencil, the smell of pencil shavings. You've got all those different concepts in your head. So I think of all those things. And I also think of Fritz. And I picture her walking on the carpet and going from one part of the room to the other. And I don't know, I kind of just mix all that together into one thing. Sorry, I can't explain it better. It's like learning a new language. Or describing colors to a blind person.
No, I think I get it. At least a little bit. Seriously though, it's awesome. So when are you gonna try reading my mind?
What?
Come on, you're psychic. I know normally you only use it on cryptids, but psychic is still the best description of your powers. So don't tell me you haven't thought about mind reading.
It hadn't really occurred to me, honestly. But yeah, that's a good point. I was so focused on how I can interact with cryptids, I completely forgot about humans. It makes sense, though. Quentin was able to sense my presence when we first met, and that lucid man, too.
And don't forget about that dream vision back when I got kidnapped.
Right.
So?
What?
What am I thinking?
I don't think I want to know. Besides, I'm still just getting the hang of it. Once I feel more comfortable with Fritz, then maybe I'll work my way up to humans.
Okay. But couldn't hurt to have a magical mental walkie-talkie in our heads. Especially if we're doing some super quiet sneaking around business.
Please don't ever refer to my powers as a walkie-talkie.
Invisible tin can on a string?
Shut up.
A week later, Mia picked me up to hang out again and show me some more tricks that she and Fritz had been working on. I began setting up my microphones before we were even out of the car. I was so excited that Mia was finally really embracing her powers. Then we got to the door and, well, just listen. No offense, but do you smell that? It's kind of earthy.
Yeah.
Fritz!
What the
A lot of things happened in pretty rapid succession. First of all, the biggest, ugliest bug I have ever seen slithered out from under Mia's couch. It was blood red, and electric sparks shot from its mouth like a living stun gun. Mia and I were frozen in shock. Before it could reach us, though, Fritz jumped down out of Mia's arms and just went ballistic. It almost reminded me of watching a mongoose fight a snake. They darted back and forth, intertwining, trying to strike at each other. They were so fast, it was all like a blur. And even though Fritz was smaller than the bug, she held her own. Finally, though, we started to come back to our senses. I grabbed the nearest heavy object I could find, which happened to be a lamp. And when the bug was momentarily distracted by Fritz, I smashed the lamp down on its head. Its body twitched a few times before finally stopping. Holy crap.
What the
Fritz, you're a stone-cold badass killer.
Oh my god, are you okay? I think she got bit.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's small though. I'll get it cleaned up and I think she'll be just fine.
Just the one, though?
Yeah, that's all I see.
Okay. Man, did you see the way she went after that thing? If the two of us hadn't been here, I think she would have killed it all on her own.
Yeah, seriously. Where'd you learn all that? You've been watching action movies when we leave you home alone.
As much as I would love to know when Fritz got to be so tough, we have a bigger issue. What the hell is a cryptid doing in your house?
Good question.
We made sure that Fritz really was okay, cleaning up the small bite or scratch she had received in battle, and then we started cleaning. First, we disposed of the bug's body, and then we cleaned up the mess it left behind. It was, hands down, the grossest thing I've ever had to do. And once that was done, we got right to work. Okay, so first things first, this is definitely a cryptid.
Yeah, no shit. I think if giant 3-foot-long bugs were commonplace, we'd have heard about them by now.
So then the question is, where did it come from?
Well, there's no way it's local, right?
Yeah, I highly doubt that. I've been looking everywhere. Giant worms, bugs, even snakes, and I can't find any local mentions of similar creatures. No sightings, no legends, nothing. We'd have definitely heard at least something. Besides, I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Okay, well...
The Mongolian deathworm. It is a big red worm that supposedly spits acid or shoots electricity.
A big red bug that shoots electricity. Damn, that sounds like a match all right. But... Mongolian?
Yeah.
That's a pretty long way away.
So what's it doing here?
Think it could have been a pet?
A pet?
Maybe not a friendly pet, but a display piece. You know, another guy like Sims thinks it would be cool to own a cryptid, but he leaves the cage open or something and it gets loose. And then somehow makes its way into my house. I just hope there aren't any more of them. This thing would be one hell of an invasive species.
Okay, maybe. That is possible. But it still doesn't explain how it got inside your house.
Animals get trapped in people's houses all the time. A bird flies in through the window, snake hides in someone's garage, stuff like that. It just happens. Doesn't mean the animal was doing it intentionally.
Crap.
What?
What if it was intentional?
What are you talking about?
What if Quentin escaped?
You saw the kind of resources those agent guys had. I very much doubt that he was able to escape.
Okay, then what if there were more cultists out there? Ones that weren't on the boat? They found out what happened to Quentin and they wanted to get revenge.
I don't know. How would they even have found us? Or know we were involved?
I don't know. Maybe we should call them. The Ordo Sancti Georgi. If there are more cultists out there, they'd probably want to know about it.
No, I'd rather not. I still don't fully trust them.
Don't be like that. They did save us. They stopped the cult. They stopped the shark. And come to think of it, they saved us from the piazza, too.
By shooting it to the ground.
Mia.
Let's just hold off until we know more.
Okay, fine. After that, Mia decided she would stay with me for the time being. Just in case.
Holy shit, Lucas. Your house is huge!
It's not my house. It's my parents' house.
Okay, your parents' house is huge!
Yup, huge and empty and boring.
No offense, but why did you never tell me your family had this much money?
It never came up. And it's super embarrassing.
So this is why you always insist on helping pay for everything?
Yeah. They pretty much just send me money for whatever I ask. I told you, they don't care what I do.
Right. We have been traveling cross-country for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm. So, obviously, you can stay in the guest room. Should have everything you need in there.
Thanks.
Of course. Later that night, Mia came into my room frantic. Whoa, what's wrong?
I just got a call from my mom.
Is everything okay?
Someone stopped by her house today. They were asking about me, asking about us.
Okay.
She said it was a tall guy in his 40s, well-built, wore sunglasses, had a buzz cut and a goatee.
Wait a minute. You don't think...
Faulkner.
No way. He's in prison.
It's him. I just know it. He knows where I live. He knows where my mom lives.
You think he escaped from prison and tracked us down just to get revenge?
If the cult could do it, why not him? The death war makes sense now. He's good at capturing cryptids. We need to get out of town. Keep our family safe.
Right.
First thing in the morning?
My doctor probably wouldn't be too happy with us hitting the road until I'm fully healed, but I'm fine. Let's go. So we started packing. The next morning, we got everything ready to go. We just had one stop to make before leaving town. We went to Mia's mother's house, so Mia could make sure that everything was all right and say goodbye once again. I waited in the car with Fritz. When she finally came back out of the house, she was carrying a huge duffel bag that I had never seen before. What's that?
Why don't you take a look?
Holy shit, Mia, put that away! What is that thing? Some kind of elephant gun? Where did it even come from?
It's a double rifle, normally used for hunting big game. It belonged to my grandfather. I don't know if you remember, but he mentioned it in the last journal we read, when he had to put down that dinosaur.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I went through all his things, and I found it.
Wow. I thought you didn't want us getting a real gun.
Well, I still feel bad about letting you get hurt.
Oh, what, the rib? That was nothing.
No, that was super brave of you. But also, you were kinda right about protecting ourselves. We do need to be better armed. So, here it is. My gift to you.
You're giving me your grandfather's rifle?
What? No! The gift is that we're taking it with us. In case we ever need it.
Oh, that makes more sense. Still cool, though. Guess we really need to start hitting the firing ranges again.
Yeah.
And with that, we once again hit the open road. We didn't have any immediate destination in mind, so we just focused on driving as far away from home as we could. We made it about halfway through Ohio before deciding to stop for the night. As usual, we booked a room and got settled in. A little while later, just as we were finishing dinner, Mia's phone rang. Who is it?
Don't know. Hello?
Long time no see, kiddo. Decided to leave town, huh?
How did you get my number?
Your mother was such a sweet lady.
You son of a bitch. You stay the fuck away from her. As soon as the cops find out, you're on the run.
On the run? Did you think I broke out of prison?
But all those guns...
All legal. At least the ones they know about. What do you think I am? Some kind of amateur? I only got charged with assault for pulling a gun on you two, which was a little impulsive of me. I'm already out. Anyway, I figured I'd stick to more untraceable weapons now. So, how'd you enjoy the death worm?
We killed it.
Yeah? I figured as much. That's too bad. Oh well. You know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I'll be seeing you again real soon.
Needless to say, Mia got herself a new private phone number before the night was over. Looks like we need to keep an eye out for Faulkner now. Great.
Field notes, Mongolian deathworm. Lucas did some more research, and I do agree with him that this is the creature that attacked us. Now, the Mongolian deathworm is also known as the Olgoi Korkoi, which means intestine worm, because they are apparently both the size and shape of human intestines, which is exactly as gross as it sounds. Sightings claim that they range anywhere from 2 to 7 feet in length, and this one measured in at 52 inches, so almost 4.5 feet. It was a dark, mottled, pinkish-red color, like blood. And just like the Thunderbird, it was somehow able to generate its own electricity. Reports also claim that deathworms are capable of producing acid or venom, but if they do, we didn't see any evidence of it. Now, despite the name, it's not actually a worm. It was covered in hundreds of tiny legs along its underside, had 2 large eyes, and 4 antennae coming out of its face. As best I can tell, it's some kind of enormous millipede. Normally, millipedes subsist on decaying vegetation, but this one was extremely aggressive. I couldn't get too good a look at its head before Lucas smashed it, but I think it's safe to say this thing is a carnivore. The electricity could be a defense mechanism, but I'm betting it's also used to subdue and incapacitate its prey. I'm just glad we're all okay. End field notes.
The Cryptid Cases has been a production of Little Giant Monsters.
If you enjoyed the show, please consider leaving a review on iTunes or tell a friend. It really helps others find the show.
If you'd like to follow us on social media, search for Little Giant Monsters on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can also visit our website, littlegiantmonsters.com.
Check out any of these pages to see other projects we're working on, as well as a new Cryptid sketch every Monday after the new episode.
Thanks for listening, and see you again soon.